Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk a little about WordPress SEO plugins. Now this is something you probably don't know about or haven't thought much about, but it's something you've got to have at some point for your website. So just keep watching till the end. Don't forget to go check out my website www.learnhowtointernetmarketing.com.
Hi, welcome to video number 3. In this video, I'm going to show you 4 different WordPress plugins that will allow you to make your WordPress site or blog more user-friendly, and we'll talk about multimedia images that relate to WordPress plugins as well, just to make your user's experience a good and friendly one. Now, what I want to do now is talk about the 4 different WordPress plugins that we're going to look into in this particular video. I'm going to look at 4 different WordPress plugins. The first one is called WP Supercach. The second one is called WP Print, that basically allows your users to be able to print your blogs, because if you allow them to do that, then it creates a higher stick rate just because people are taking action to printing out your blog on a piece of paper. Subscribe to comments basically allows you to make your site or your blog basically more user-friendly in the sense that people can grow a community, or you're growing a community around your online business, around your website or your blog. And then, of course, finally, the last one deals with images. It's called the nextgen gallery. And what I want to do next is I want to go in depth, step by step, and show you how to use these WordPress plugins to your advantage. So what I want you to do is go to Google, open up 4 different tabs, and then what I've done here is I've typed in each tab the title of each WordPress plugin. So since we have 4 different WordPress plugins, the first one is called WP Supercach, which is this one. The second one is called WP-Print. Now I don't see it, so I'm going to type in WordPress so I can narrow it down, and we can see here. The second one is called Subscribe to Comments, which is this link here. And the last one is called nextgen gallery, which is this one here. Now, to speed the process up, what I want you to do is, since you have these 4 tabs open, go ahead and download every one of these 4. Just go ahead and download these. So click download, go here and click download, go here and do the same thing, and this one as well. So essentially we're downloading 4 different WordPress plugins, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to install them all in one full swoop. So it's these 4 here. And copy them over here, and then I'm going to unzip all of those 4 into their separate folders. Now, as that's happening, I'm going to go here, and to install the WordPress plugins, you want to go to your WordPress WP content folder, go to plugins, and then see here, so click on subscribe to comments. In the folder right above those files, I want to drag and drop it into there. So I basically want to drag this into here. So this is the first one. And then we have these 2 here, the WP Supercach. So I want to drag and drop this here. And then we have 2 more, the WP Print. Drag and drop that over here. And then, of course, third, we have the nextgen gallery. So if I double click that, I should see a folder, which I do. I can drag this and drop that into here. Now I'm going to pause this because we have about 90 files to upload, or 4 different plugins to upload. The second thing is once that is uploaded, then we'll activate them. Alright, so after that, I'm going to go back to my WordPress admin dashboard, go to plugins, and then I'm going to find those plugins that you can tell if they say activate, that means you haven't activated yet. So I'm going to subscribe, WP Print, WP Supercach, and let's see, where's that other one? Now you can activate several at one time. So I'm going to activate the nextgen, click the checkbox, click the WP Print, click the WP Supercach, and click the subscribe to comments. And then I'll click this drop down and click on activate, and then click on apply. Alright, so those are activated, but we can see from the notes up above here, it says that Supercach is disabled. Please go to the plugin admin page to enable it. See a custom URL and blah blah blah. So we have to kind of get a permalink options page, and this basically, permalinks are basically the settings allow you to change your settings so that your blog, instead of p equals 1 to 3, it tells people, it just looks nicer, it makes your links look nicer. So we can do the day and name, we can do custom structure. Then save changes. Okay, so as you saw just now, I was able to download this one, this one, this one, and this one. Download them all in one swoop, install them or upload them, and then activate them. And now I can begin to use them. So the first one is subscribe to comments options. I'm just going to, it doesn't really matter what order you go into. Subscribe to comment options. So what you're doing here is you're basically setting up the email. And let's say whenever somebody signs up to subscribe to the comments, they can do so, but you want to have an email address that either you respond to or you say something like no reply. So that's 2 different choices. You either do that or you put an email address that you actually apply to. And you put your name. So if you don't really know all this, you can just keep that by default, click on update options, and you're pretty much good to go. So if you go here, click on welcome to rubber stamping blog. Let's say you want to leave a reply, you can. Or as we just installed, if somebody wants to, subscribe to the subscriptions, they can do that through here. The second plugin is the WP Print. And as you can see, if I go to settings, go to print, this will enable people to print, the posts in a much friendly manner. So you can leave all of this blank if you want to. There's 2 different print icons if you want to choose either or. This one looks better to me. Let's see, print comments. You can print comments if you want. You don't have to, but generally you probably want to just have it so that it prints the post and that's it. You put your copyright statement here, click on Save Changes. And you definitely want to ignore that because that would be an uninstalling WP Print. So if I refresh the page and I go to this here, people can now print that page. Let's see, plugins. So we went over 2, and there are 2 more plugins under settings. And I'm going to leave the WP supercach for last because of this permalink structure error. I'll show you how to fix this error, but you will need another FTP surfer program to do that. So what I want to do is just go to the gallery, click on gallery. This deals with images. It's the nextgen gallery overview. So this plugin will allow you to just upload images, control your images, create galleries, and create albums. So let's say, for example, that with rubber stamping, I've got a bunch of pictures that show people, step by step how to, have tricks and advice on rubber stamping and things like that. So if I click on upload pictures, you can add a new gallery. You can upload a zip file containing a bunch of images, so you don't have to upload one at a time. Let's say I want to add a new gallery. It's called Rubber Stamping Fun. And as we can see here, it says directory WP content gallery does not exist. Please create the first main gallery folder. So it's telling me to go to the plugins section, or actually not plugin sections. Okay, so they basically want me to create a folder in here called gallery. Now let's see if that fixes the problem. Okay, I figured out what I was doing wrong, and this is a typical human mistake, so I'm not going to delete it from the video just so you can see that it's possible to make mistakes, and that's fine, and you learn these mistakes, you can fix them. So it said directory, create a directory gallery in the WP content. We're in the plugins, so I need to go up one folder, and then I need to create a gallery folder. So that should fix the problem. And it says it's not writable, so all I have to do is make it writable, which is very easy to do. Change this to 755. Refresh the page, and that should work. If 755 doesn't work, 777 should work. And it works. Great, that's all you have to do. It says successfully created. You can now show this gallery in your post or page with the short code which is here. Alright, let's see. Copy that. As you can see, I've created a gallery called Rubber Stamping Fun. I can upload images and create a gallery. And once I've done that, you can manage gallery by clicking this. You can create new galleries if you want to by clicking add new gallery. You can create new albums, add new albums, tags, styles, change the styles, and things like that. So if I go here, you don't see the gallery, right? But let's say that I want to go back to the post section, go to this post here, and remember it said that you basically want to enter this keyword. Click update, that should show that on that page. And as you can see, gallery not found, just because there's no images that I've uploaded any images. But if I upload images, the gallery is going to show right here. So that's how to use gallery. Now I'm going to get this WP supercach to work. And it's not hard to do. I'm showing you that even though you run into errors, you can always fix them. So this permalink structure error, this is a common error that you will run into with WordPress blogs anytime you change, the settings here. Let's say that I'll just use I'll do post name and click save changes. It should give me an error, and I'm expecting it to give me an error. Basically, it wants me to make the HTTP access file writable. Now, to do that, unfortunately, FileZilla does not show the HT access file. So there is a program called FTP Surfer, and if you just go ahead and download this software, it's a software that I used back in the day, but this will allow you to actually see the HTTP access file. So what I want to do is download the program and then install it. Oh, okay, well, I'm on a different laptop, so it says another version is already installed on this site. So, oh, okay, yeah, that's already there. Good, that's even better. So you want to go to the FTP Surfer, and what I'm going to do is click New Site Profile, and I'm basically going to do what I did earlier by connecting to rubberstamping.com, username, rub, and password. There. Press OK, and that's good. And then since I'm in the primary folder, should be a HT access file somewhere. Now the FTP Surfer, if you go to Tools, Options, Connection, Content, this is hide file starting with a period. The HT access file has a period in front of it, so I don't want that. I want to refresh, and you'll see the HT access file here. Now it said make it writable, so what I want to do is just right click on change permissions and make it writable, at least for now. And if I click on save changes again, as you can see, it fixed it. So now I go to rubberstamping.com, I click on this, you see that it's not a number, it's an actual title here. So now that that's done, I can refresh this page, and the WP supercach should work. So this one, blah blah blah, and this file does not exist. Do first. Okay, so I need to fix this. Now, as you can see, WP supercach is a little more complicated, but follow me step by step, you'll get it right. So as you can see, that error message disappeared. It says WP cache is set to false, and you need to set it to true. So what we need to do is it says please edit your wp-config.php file and add the following command. Now, if you go back to your file manager, it says wp-config.php. That file should be in your main root folder, meaning wherever you installed it, I installed it to the main site. So I need to edit this file. So what I'm going to do is find the location, copy it over, and find the file. I'm going to edit the file And in this file, somewhere at the end, you can add that to something. So you can see here, this is the file at the end of the file I added that. I'm going to save it. I'm going to copy this file back over here. Press OK. And with that said, that should work. So I'm going to refresh the page. Okay, something I learned just now was when you add that, make sure you add it to the top. So when you add the define WP cache true, you can add it to the top. If you add it to the bottom, it'll just give you an error message. So I just want to let you know that. It says warning, blah blah blah, content is writable. Now keep in mind, if this all looks complicated, you can always outsource it to somebody with scriptlance.com, or you can go to redicoder.com. But honestly, this is not too hard if you follow me step by step. Just keep in mind you have FileZilla open and you have FTP Circle open as well. Okay, so it says warning, blah blah blah. You should change the permissions. Okay, I can ignore that. Whatever. Alright, so now the WP supercach settings is available and it works now. So it says recommended, so I'm going to click on caching on and click update status. So now I can make WordPress faster by using this WordPress plugin. Click on advanced. And everything looks good. So it doesn't look like you have to do a lot to this plugin besides installing it. But like I said, if you don't want to go through the trouble of doing all this, you don't have to. All the first 3 plugins are easy to install. But if anything looks difficult and you feel like you have more money than time, then by all means, outsource it.